Welcome back to GeoCrisis Update, your trusted source for detailed analysis of global conflicts and geopolitical developments. Today, we turn our attention to a critical update in Ukraine's defense against Russian aggression. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy has unveiled his highly anticipated victory plan, a comprehensive strategy aimed not only at securing military triumph, but also at ensuring Ukraine's long-term recovery and sovereignty in the face of continued Russian attempts to dismantle its independence. Since the beginning of Russia's brutal and unprovoked invasion in February 2022, Ukraine has stood firm, showing the world an extraordinary level of resilience, courage, and unity. This war, launched by the Kremlin under false pretenses, has cost thousands of lives, displaced millions of innocent civilians, and caused untold damage to Ukraine's infrastructure. Despite these challenges, Ukraine has not faltered, and Zelenskyy's newly unveiled plan underscores his nation's determination not only to survive but to emerge stronger and more self-reliant than ever before. At the heart of Zelenskyy's victory plan is a clear commitment to military success. For nearly 2 years, Ukrainian forces have been pushing back against Russia's invasion, often defying expectations with their ability to outmaneuver and resist one of the world's largest militaries. This tenacity stems not just from their tactical capabilities but from a fierce commitment to defend their homeland. Zelenskyy's plan emphasizes the need for ongoing modernization of Ukraine's armed forces, recognizing that victory on the battlefield will require advanced military equipment and technology. The Ukrainian president has called for continued deliveries of cutting-edge weaponry from Western allies, everything from air defense systems, anti-tank missiles, and drones, to the much-needed long-range artillery that has proven vital in repelling Russian advances. Zelenskyy is calling for a united global effort to ensure that Ukraine has the tools it needs to continue defending its territory from an aggressor that has shown no regard for international law or human life. But make no mistake, this is more than a fight for Ukraine. This is a battle for the very principles of freedom, democracy, and the right of sovereign nations to determine their own futures. Zelenskyy has repeatedly stressed that Russia's invasion is not just an attack on Ukraine, it is a challenge to the rules-based international order. If Russia's expansionism goes unchecked, it sends a dangerous message to authoritarian regimes around the world that military aggression and land grabs are acceptable in the 21st century. Ukraine's fight is a fight for global stability, and the stakes could not be higher. One of the most devastating aspects of this war has been its impact on the Ukrainian people. Russian airstrikes have targeted civilian areas, schools, hospitals, and vital infrastructure, often deliberately, in a clear violation of the Geneva Conventions. Zelenskyy's plan addresses this humanitarian disaster, with a focus on rebuilding Ukraine once peace is restored. The scale of destruction is staggering. Entire cities have been leveled, millions of people have been displaced, and key sectors of the economy have ground to a halt. Yet, amidst this destruction, there is hope. Zelenskyy's vision for post-war Ukraine includes an ambitious recovery plan, one that will rely on international cooperation and investment to rebuild homes, industries, and infrastructure. Zelenskyy's call to the world is clear. Ukraine needs a Marshall Plan of its own. Just as Europe was rebuilt after World War II, Ukraine will need a coordinated, large-scale effort to restore its economy and infrastructure. This rebuilding process will not only be about physical reconstruction but also about ensuring that Ukraine becomes a fully integrated part of the European and global economy. The Ukrainian president has spoken at length about the importance of Ukraine's place within Europe, pushing for deeper ties with the European Union and NATO. These alliances will be crucial for Ukraine's long-term security and prosperity. The economic recovery plan also highlights the importance of Ukraine's vast agricultural and industrial sectors. Ukraine, often referred to as the breadbasket of Europe, plays a critical role in global food security. The war has severely disrupted farming and exports, contributing to food crises in many parts of the world. Restoring Ukraine's agricultural production is not just essential for its own economy, but for the global supply chain as well. And then there's the matter of justice. The victory plan also includes a focus on holding Russia accountable for its war crimes. Zelenskyy and Ukrainian officials have been documenting Russian atrocities from the very beginning of the invasion: mass graves in liberated towns, evidence of torture, the targeting of civilians, and the use of prohibited weapons. The world must ensure that those responsible for these heinous crimes are brought to justice. This is not just a moral obligation but a necessity for lasting peace. Without accountability, peace will remain fragile, and Russia's leadership could be emboldened to continue its aggressive policies elsewhere. Diplomacy also plays a crucial role in Zelenskyy's plan. The Ukrainian president has masterfully navigated the global stage, rallying support from democratic nations while successfully isolating Russia. He has made it clear that Ukraine will not negotiate with a regime that has shown no interest in genuine peace, but rather seeks to erase Ukraine's sovereignty. Zelenskyy continues to push for more sanctions on Russia, arguing that tightening economic pressure on the Kremlin is one of the most effective non-military strategies to weaken Moscow's ability to sustain its war effort. It's important to remember that while Ukraine is fighting on the front lines, it is also fighting for a broader cause: the survival of democratic values in a world increasingly threatened by authoritarianism. Zelenskyy's calls for global solidarity are not just about Ukraine. They are about ensuring that might does not make right, and that the international community stands together in defending the principles of sovereignty, freedom, and human dignity. As we look to the future, it's clear that Ukraine's path to victory will not be easy. The war has been longer and bloodier than anyone anticipated, but if there is one thing we've learned from Ukraine's response to this invasion, it's that they will not be defeated. Zelenskyy's victory plan outlines a roadmap not just for military triumph, but for rebuilding a stronger, more resilient Ukraine that will emerge from this conflict more united and determined than ever before. This war has revealed the true nature of Russia's regime, one built on lies, oppression, and imperialist ambitions, but it has also shown the world what Ukraine is made of: hope, resilience, and an unyielding spirit. As long as the international community continues to stand with Ukraine, there is no doubt that victory will come. Thank you for watching GeoCrisis Update. If you found this analysis insightful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on the latest in global conflicts and geopolitical news. Together, we can support Ukraine in its fight for freedom and democracy. Stay informed, stay engaged, and we'll see you next time.